Hello friends, this is Cara-Renee with B.Reborn Art and Healing, coming to you with another fun tutorial. Today we're going to be working with some beeswax, and we're going to make some beeswax paper, which is basically a process where you can take an image, print it on like a 20-pound paper, melt beeswax on the top of it, and make it semi-transparent. Now, the transparency depends on how much color is in your image, in my personal opinion. So I've chosen a variety of different papers so that we can kind of look at the difference together. So this is the beeswax that I use. I will link it in the description box. I got it from Amazon. So I'm going to set that there. I've got my Fabri-Tac. I'm not sure if I'll need it. My Bearly Arts glue, a ruler so I can help you with measurements, my pokey tool in case I want to do any brads, such as what I did here, which I'll show you in a second, corner rounder in case I want to round some corners, and then the brads and scissors. So that is what we've got going on here. So let me move this stuff out of my way. So this is my prototype. So you can tell it's transparent because you can see my hand behind it, right? But it's not super transparent. And I did this process a while ago. I mean, maybe a couple years ago, I think. And I thought I got more transparency before. But again, that may depend on the colors in your paper. But look at this. This is for the At the Beach journal. A day at the beach restores the soul. Isn't that so true? I don't know about you, but it does always for me. So this is the back. Now, this is going to be a pocket. So I will probably put some kind of paper or tape here just to make sure that we don't have any problem getting things in the pocket without catching. It glued on very, very nicely with the Bearly Arts white glue. So that is our prototype. We are going to do a lot of them because they're easy. So we're going to just have at it and have a good time. So I've got 4 here that we're going to do together. Oh, that one came apart. Whoops. This one came apart. So let's just fix that. We've got that one, and we've got this one. And this one. I thought we'd try this one first, but I just wanted to show you the different dies that I used. I have a variety of shape dies. I feel like they are the most economical die you can possibly invest in because there's so much versatility in getting shape dies. So I've got this one, which I really love, that's got this kind of raggedy edge. So we used that one on this one we're going to do first. And then we also have just a regular rectangle die, and then this interesting one, which I thought would be fun to make kind of a corner tuck out of it instead of a normal pocket. So that's what we've got. And then I just wanted to show you, these are all of the center offcuts, which will make great ephemera for the journal too. So I'll be setting these aside and using them at a later date. I just thought I'd show you because that's what happens when you cut out the center. So basically what I did is I decided on the size of my die, and then I cut the paper around the die. Once I cut the die shape out, then I took the piece of paper. Let me just show you one. It's kind of torn here. Oh no, this one's whole. This one. So what I did is, it was another piece, but this is essentially it. So you just want to make sure you have a big enough margin on all your sides to cover your paper. So you'll have to play around with that and see what works for you, but this is the inside of that. So let's get going on this one. Again, super simple. So I actually think we should probably just do all of our melting at the same time. So I'm just going to pull all these away from the paper clip. I'm hoping that this one will work out really well because it's got a lot of really light blues in it. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. So let's just do all of these together. So again, super easy. Feel like I need to make more room here. Getting back into the swing of things. It is Sunday, August the 11th, my baby girl's birthday. And I'm finally feeling free of the complications around my sister's roommate's post-surgery. So I didn't go there at all today. So today was the first day I didn't go over there in over a week. So feeling pretty good about that. So I want to put that paper clip back on, so it's good to be back in the studio and dreaming again. So what I like to do is bring over a towel. So this is just an old kitchen towel that's been in my studio. So I'm just going to lay that down there. And then what you want to do is lay your paper down. I'm going to grab a piece of parchment, because you don't, I mean, I've seen people use their iron directly on it, which, you know, you totally could do, but I'm like, why do that when I can cover it with a piece of parchment and protect my surface? So I am going to iron this out as well, so it doesn't fold in ways. Well, actually, I think I will just iron this middle crease out. So let me do that really quick. I've got my iron here, and I've got it turned up to a 4 setting, so you want it to be pretty hot. And I'm not going to focus on that center seam because we can use that to fold over. So then you're going to take your paper, sorry, let me get this back in frame here, and we're going to cover this with some beeswax pellets. You don't need as much as you might think, so let me show you about what I do, because it spreads really, really fast. So I'm just going to spread these out over the paper, and you can always do more if you don't have enough. So a little bit more. This is a pretty big piece of paper. There we go. Let's just go with that and see what happens. Okay, so now I just fold this over onto itself to kind of create a sandwich. That's just my method. And then you're just going to want to put your iron down and hold it in one place, just to give that stuff, that bumpy stuff, a chance to start to melt. And then I just start slowly moving it. Okay, we got a lot of wax there. I can already see it's oozing out, but that's okay. I'm just curious how each of these, so you can see it spreading out, to see how different images are affected by transparency and the beeswax, because I think it depends on what you're using. So see how that just oozed out, squeezed right out of the side. So we've got plenty. That was probably way more than I needed. But I mean, this bag is, gosh, how big is it? That's 2 pounds. 2 pounds. It's a lot of pellets. Okay, so I'm just going to do that. Okay, I'm going to set my iron aside, and I'm going to open this up. Okay. And then I'm just going to make space over here. Let me just move a couple things. My die cut machine is taking up space over here. So I'm just going to pull this off. And when it's nice and cool and dry, I'll bring it back and show you the transparency level there. So I'm going to continue on with the other 3, and I'll be right back. Again, that's quite a bit of wax, because see how it's just squirting out the side. So I'm going to try to go a little bit lighter on the last one. I don't have any idea what the science is in terms of how long you should do this, but you can tell I'm probably getting wax on my iron because I'm touching that part that's oozing out, but it doesn't seem to be a problem. So let me just, I better move that. Would it just be like me to burn myself? You know, we're only a couple of weeks away from school starting, so I tend to injure myself before school starts for some reason. So there we go. So that is that one. That one's going to be really gorgeous, I can tell. So I'm going to set that one over here as well. And I'm going to set this one over here. And we're going to do the last one. So we are taking, next Sunday, we leave for a camping trip with 5 of our grandchildren. Just my husband and I, so it's going to be wild and crazy. It's pretty exhausting for me, but you know, life is about making memories. And so I am going into it open-minded and as a vacation from some things that are kind of heavy right now. So my sister and her roommate, as I said, are stable, more stable. She's back to work and he's home, and I'm still trying to help him do his stuff and do his exercises and all of that. But boy, it's been quite a journey. Just, they're both special needs, and they needed an advocate. They need social workers. They need somebody to help them navigate through some things. So it was really unfortunate that things were not better planned. And I blame the hospital too for sending him home. They never should have sent him home. She ended up having to do things for him that they told her she'd never have to do. So she was pretty implicit that she did not want to deal with any bathroom issues or body issues, and she has had to do that. So makes me sad. Okay, so pull that one off. Yahoo! And I'm just going to set that one aside as well. I'm just going to put it right here. I'm going to turn my iron off and get it completely away from my body. And I'm just going to toss this in the trash. And good to go. Okay, we're good to go on. Okay. And I find that if it gets on my desk, I just heat it with my heat tool, and it seems to work out just fine. So I'm going to pull this over. This is our first one. So I'm going to give those a second to dry, get nice and cool. So I'm going to ink up this frame. So this is going to be kind of a tall pocket. I do want to get rid of that pencil line. I don't like those showing. Sometimes the ink covers it up, sometimes it doesn't. Okay. So I'm just going to ink these pieces up. So again, you do want to print on a 20-pound paper, just so that you have the best chances for transparency as possible. I accidentally had 65-pound paper in my printer, so I went ahead and tried it, and you can't even tell. I mean, you can tell it's wax, but you can't. There's no transparency whatsoever. So just want to keep that in mind as well. So I am trying to get enough videos up for this week, the week of the 12th through the 15th, 16th, and then as well the following week, because we're gone from Sunday through Thursday, so it's going to be a long way away from home. So trying to get some content up. When you don't get any content up, the numbers plummet. It's just crazy how fast that happens, and I've worked too hard to get myself where I'm at to have that happen. So I'm bringing over the flower one. So there's our transparency. Gorgeous! So I didn't pull any ephemera out, but I will be making stuff to put in the pockets, and I'll do that for the photos. So I'm basically going to just stick this on here. Woohoo! And this one's great because I'm able to get that all the way to the edge. So I'm going to go ahead and put some white glue all the way around this piece. I think these would be really cool stitched if you stitched the frame. Maybe we'll stitch a frame. That would be fun. I think we might do that. So I made a thicker bottom border just because I thought that would be interesting. I can feel that I've got some wax that's like built up there, but I don't think it's a problem. So I'm just going to set this down and, hope for the best, because I don't know how much I can move it. Oh, pretty good. Pretty good. It's kind of slimy, because of the wax. Not slimy, but it's slick. Perfect. I love it. Look at that. Woohoo! Okay, so let's go ahead and glue this on, and I'm going to glue my my sentiment. I'm going to use my Fabri-Tac this time, just so I can make sure it gets even on here. I just wanted to create a division on this base. It's just a scrap. Boy, oh boy. I'll set that down, just scooch it over. Easy peasy. Love it. And this one I feel comfortable just using my white glue. Picking flowers and chasing dreams. Isn't that what summers are made out of? Had a good summer. I don't know that I'm ready to go back to work, but I feel grateful. I feel very grateful. So I think that's good. Oops, that one slid over. Okay, there is our first piece. So again, I will make maybe at least one card to put behind there so you guys can see. But when it goes in a journal, then it will be glued down on 3 sides to make a pocket, or it could be glued down on 2 sides to make a corner pocket. So I did promise dimensions. So this is 5 1/8 inches wide, so I know that it will fit in my journal. And then this, because my pages are generally 5 1/4 by 8 1/4. And so this is just under 7 inches tall. So let's get that one out of the way. And then let's go ahead. I'm going to take a moment and pull my sewing machine over. There we go. Now the sewing machine is ready if I decide I want to use it. One could actually do it once that wax paper is sewn on as well. So let's do this one next. So this one goes this way. And I'm feeling like I want to sew on this one, but I feel like I need to put the wax paper on first because I'm concerned that I will have a hard time adhering it to this if I don't do that. So let's pull over this one. I think this one was going to be pretty good too. So yeah, not too bad. It's there's a lot of color in it that affects, as you can tell, it can affect that transparency because all this is so much more solid. I can still see my hands, just not as easily. So yeah, let's do that. Let's ink this stuff up, and then I'm going to then we'll glue this on, and then I'll turn to the sewing machine and sew it. Okay. So let's go ahead, and I'm just going to use, I think I'm going to try to just use a bit of glue stick to go around here so that I don't get an excess amount of glue for stitching. So I'm going to just reach in my drawer and grab my Oohoo stick, and I'm just going to put it, just switch places here. I'm going to put it along this edge here, just on the edge though, not too deep in. Hopefully this will be good. Okay, and then I just am keeping in mind that I want this bigger portion to be on the top. Oh, that was the wrong way. What? That was silliness. Okay, let's try that again. Yeah, darn it. Okay, let's try that again. Usually I don't find I have a trouble with things being still when I'm sewing, but I'm a little off my game. Okay, so I'm just going to turn this over like this and just get that in place. And I'm just going to try to get it straightish, like so. Give it a good press around those edges. Okay, let's see if we can pick her up now. Yeah. I am going to wipe this. I'll wipe this off while I'm off camera stitching. Okay, I like that. I'm just going to look at this and see if I need to put some more glue, because I didn't, obviously I couldn't catch this edge. I think, oh, I didn't catch this edge either. So let's go ahead and slide some white glue under there. Easy peasy, not a problem. Okay, and then I'm going to do the same with this edge. Hopefully I'll have time to get that stuck down. Not a problem. There we go. Okay, perfect. So again, this edge, I'll probably have to put some paper or something to make sure that that doesn't inhibit the pocket. But look at that. I absolutely love that. So cool. This is a vintage lace that I found in my Sweet Yvonne box of stuff I was using in her journal. It was buried, so I didn't end up using it. But I thought it would be fun to put at the top there, so I'm just going to use some Fabri-Tac and glue that down. Like so, just easy. And then the ocean's roar is music to the soul. I'm going to use my corner rounder here. Oops, got all kinds of corner stuff here. Get that off of there. All right, let's glue this on. I'm going to use my Fabri-Tac because I am putting this on textile. Boom, so beautiful. Oh my gosh, that's so beautiful and so simple. So simple. I think I might, when I get to this point, I might maybe reinforce a corner and put like an eyelid or something so I can put a charm on it. I think that would be lovely. Or it could go up here as well. But that is our second one. Isn't that fun? Okay, so let's keep moving on. So this one I loved because of the paper that I chose. I'm not going to sew this one, but you totally could. But I loved this paper. This is called it's distressed paper. I don't remember off the top of my head the creator, but I will definitely link it. It's one of my favorites. So really cool. So here is our boat. So look at how transparent that is because of the light colors. And that's what I wanted to show you and show myself. So that's really cool. I like that. Something to keep in mind. So let me ink these bits up and I'll be right back. Okay, we are ready to glue this stuff on. So I think this one was, again, about the same size as the thing. So I think I do want to stitch around this one, but this time I'm going to put my glue stick all around the edges of the frame. I think that might be a better solution. So I will be right back after I have stitched this. Awesome. I love this. Did a little bit of zigzag, so I will give you a little hint. So when you're sewing with this, because the wax paper is wax, so it wants to like not slide. So I had to kind of pull it along here and there, but that's gorgeous. Oh my gosh. And then I thought we could put this here, but I'm feeling like I don't like this edge. So let me see if I can just round these two edges and see if I like that look better. I just needed a place to put our little word. So I think that would work like so. Yeah, I'm happy with that. So I'm just going to put glue on the whole back. Okay, so let's just bring that down here a little bit, like so. It's different. It's okay. Different is good. And our sentiment. And then we've got one more and then we'll be done. Not too bad for doing 4 different pieces today. So this worked out good. Sometimes I like to just sit in the studio and prep a bunch and listen to a book while I'm doing that and then turn the camera on and do the work with you guys. So there we go. Love it. Oh, I love the transparency of this one. So cool. Okay, one more. And this is our flowers, this is the other image. It's a postcard from the garden story kit from, I believe this one is from Angela Kerr. So let's pull that one over. This one's probably not going to be very transparent. It's not as transparent either, again, because of all the saturated color in that, but I think it is okay. I'm not going to stitch this one, I don't think. Well, you know what? Maybe I should, because I don't have any of the joyful ones stitched, so maybe we will do that. Let's see where this needs to land. I don't have a lot of room. That's what I did discover. So I don't know. I think I'm just going to go ahead and use my white glue and just take a risk here. I'm just going to put some around here and here, just enough to hold it in place. So far I haven't had any trouble with my machine for doing this, so I might regret that. I've got an old machine, so I'm not too concerned about it. So I'm just going to try to place this on here even-ish. And yeah, just make sure that we get it all in frame. So pretty. Oh, that's gorgeous too. So simple. Simple and beautiful. I'm going to pull it up though so that I can have the same kind of width of stitch line around the whole piece. Okay. But because I've got this strip, I'm going to put this on first before I sew, because it's going to span that whole bottom. So let me do that really quick. Yeah, because then we'll be able to catch that in the sewing. So I'm just going to use my fabric. I better use my I'm just going to use my art glitter glue in the middle, and I'm not going to get it too close to the edge of the sides there. In theory, that's the plan. Okay, I'm just going to put that down right there. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so let me go ahead and stitch around this one real quick, and I'll be right back. Very cool, very cool. I want to show you something though. So this is where it gets stuck. Here is at that when I switch from the straight stitch to the zigzag, but I don't think it looks bad at all. So that's really, really pretty as well. So let's go ahead and get this on too. We're going to ink it up and round these corners a little bit, and then we will be done. So again, you guys don't have to sew. That's just an added feature. It is not necessary. In fact, I don't often sew. I'm trying to do it more, but you certainly don't have to get a beautiful bit of ephemera. And so, yeah, very fun. And the beeswax, very affordable. So if you want to give it a try, I would highly recommend it. That's going to go beautifully there. I'm going to use my Fabri-Tac again, just so that I have some more ability to move it, in case I don't get it quite where I want it. And let's just give it a try here. Oh, perfect. Love it. Perfect, meaning I love it. So that's going to be another pocket. And again, when you get something else in there, it's going to show more than just my hand. So for instance, let's say we put, I'm just grabbing a piece of paper here. If I put this behind it, see how you can see those dots? Well, a little bit, not a lot. Not a lot. So I might put something a darker, more vibrant in the pockets just to capitalize on that. So that's going to be another little pocket. And this one measures, kind of fell off the wagon there, guys, sorry. This is just under 5 1/4 by 4.5. So that is it, my friends. These are the 3 that we did. Well, this is the one I did off camera. These are the 4 we did on camera. So very fun. I might stitch around this one too, because I don't want it to look odd, but that is it, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.